Nickelodeon shows tend to focus on characters that are kids, which makes a lot of sense because the shows are typically for kids. They're smart like that. Because we spend most of the time in these shows with the protagonists that are kids, sometimes it's easy to look past how bad some of the older characters are at parenting. Here are the 5 worst parents in Nickelodeon cartoons. If you're new to the channel, you can hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay up to date with our videos. Okay, first off, I think we can all agree that Timmy's dad in the Fairly Odd Parents is one of the dumbest characters in existence. He's funny, but he's really dumb. And it's gotta be hard to be a good parent when you don't have a good brain. But it's not only the stupidity. There was also this little moment where he essentially told Timmy that he shattered his dreams when he was born, which is nice. Actually, both Timmy's parents were so bad there was actually an entire episode about a fictional show called Bad Parent Hunter. That was a parody of the Crocodile Hunter, the late Steve Irwin. Timmy's parents liked the show, so much so that they neglected Timmy and let him play with dangerous acid. Obviously, they ended up becoming subjects on the Bad Parent Hunter show, which made them into even worse, now overbearing parents. Overall, just bad parenting. I mentioned briefly in the last Nickelodeon video that the parents in Rugrats are pretty terrible because they just seem to leave babies unsupervised all the time. But their awful parenting goes much deeper than that. Like how they let Tommy get kidnapped twice, or the time the babies got locked into an RV for several hours, or the time Dee Dee leaves Tommy with some random teenagers so she can go have lunch, or the time they dress Tommy up like a girl so they can scam their way into winning a boat, or the time they just put helmets on the babies instead of watching them. I'll say it again, I don't know how those babies survived. Constantly traveling in the wilderness seems like a pretty cool life. I mean, it's certainly dangerous, but for the most part having Nigel and Marianne as parents would be awesome. But sometimes though it seems like they should learn to just take a break from that whole lifestyle. You know, for the sake of not dying? Never mind all the crazy stunts and stuff. There's an episode where Eliza gets appendicitis, and they're so far in the vast wilderness it's almost impossible to get her to help. Nigel ends up having to pilot a plane to the hospital. You'd think an incident like that would make most parents take a step back, maybe reevaluate some stuff, maybe take a little break from shooting the show. But nope, they learn nothing and head right back, which seems kind of reckless. So, Angry Beavers. The whole premise was that these 2 beavers move to a new town and have to adapt to a new life. The reason they had to do that? Their parents kicked them out of the house because they had new kids. That's like super harsh. First off, the mom's pregnancy lasted like a second, and without any hesitation they pushed their unprepared kids out into the world and happily slammed the door in their faces. I honestly get why they're angry beavers. That's some cold parenting. Okay, so we didn't see much of Rocco's parents in the show, and of what we did see, they seemed like pretty decent wallabies. But there is a parental figure in the show that's not cool in several ways. So Rocco's friend Heifer is a cow that was adopted by wolves. Yeah, it's a weird show. So anyway, Heifer's adopted dad, George Wolf, is a wolf with pretty serious anger issues. And whenever Rocco would come over, he'd scream, "Let's eat the beaver," which is wrong in lots of ways. First of all, it sounds weird. Then there's the fact that he's not a beaver. Then there's the element of, hey, don't eat your son's friend. That's like parenting 101. Anyway, that does it for the worst parents in Nickelodeon cartoons. What other characters did you think were the worst? If you're watching this on our Facebook page, you can hit that link to jump over to YouTube and subscribe. You can also check out ScreenRant.com for the latest movie and TV news. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.